Mark, we'll start with you. The price of the regular gallon of fuel right now is at $4.11. If oil prices are falling, how long before we see that at the pump? Are we months away from that dropping?
Yeah, no, as we saw with the recent most significant de-escalation in the crisis in Iran, with the signing of the MOU, we actually saw prices at the pump respond very rapidly, a matter of days before we saw some pretty significant below $4 a gallon relief. I expect we could see that happen again. It's not instantaneous, of course. It does take a couple of days to trickle down to the pump. But again, if the MOU signing was any indication of how efficient the oil market has become in reacting to these price changes, we could see some relief as soon as tomorrow or Wednesday.
Well, okay, that would be great. And maybe if you're headed to the grocery store, you also want to see some relief. Jeff, we're learning that some habits of Americans include coupon clipping. That's back in fashion again. You can understand it's a lot easier when it's on your phone too. You just have to remember to activate the coupon. But they're going to the grocery store. They're potentially buying those generic brands instead of name brands, which always seems to be a smart move, right? Yeah. If it's basically the same product here. Is this a trend that you're noticing, and how long can we expect this to continue?
Well, when I think of trends when it comes to grocery prices, since 2019, we've seen a 33% increase in grocery prices overall. Now, that's not a Trump problem. That's not a Biden problem. That is a Federal Reserve problem, where we have positive, persistent inflation coming out of our central bank, which is filtered into groceries, of course, but housing markets as well. And indeed, you're right. There are some strategies that consumers are taking as they're feeling the pinch in their budgets. The couponing is back, as you've said. Back to school deals have also been pushed earlier in the calendar so that families can take advantage of savings going into this upcoming school year. But I would even urge folks to look at judicious and wise use of credit cards that might earn them rewards points or cash back in order to make ends meet with this kind of inflationary price pressure in their grocery bill.
Yeah. And Mark, inflation is easing grocery bills. They're not. We just talked about that. I mean, the price of food is going up, but they call this the rockets and feathers effect. What kind of ripple effect could this have?
I mean, ultimately, it really is a bit of a lesson in just how important the oil supply chain is for everything that we consume, particularly as it relates to agricultural items. Those, the Strait of Hormuz and the oil infrastructure supply lanes are also where fertilizer and fertilizer components are trafficked and move about the world. And unfortunately, guys, as we all well know, prices go up much more easily and readily than prices come down, even when inflationary pressures start easing. Why? Well, retailers, corporations, supermarkets in particular, who operate on incredibly thin margins, generally do not like to bring prices down. So unfortunately, I could see this, even if we see further signs of relief with the crisis in Iran, I think we could continue to see elevated food prices. And that's something that we would love to see some relief for all consumers.
Yeah, and maybe President Trump will address that or bring it up today. He's going to head to Michigan. He's going to speak at a General Motors plant in Milford. So this is going to be interesting. It's a trip meant to highlight manufacturing and auto industry jobs. This is, of course, ahead of Michigan's primary elections August 4th. But keep in mind, Michigan, relatively close to Canada. You've got those new Canadian tariffs that he wants to see in action here. You're talking about auto vehicles built in America. That would be different, more jobs created. Jeff, what will you be watching for from President Trump today?
Well, as a Michigan resident, I think I'm also looking to see him address the inflation problem. And I know that on the ground, as I drive across the state's highways, that the Democratic candidates are hammering the inflation issue. And I think there's going to have to be some moves in that direction, and for President Trump to give some explanations as to how he's going to bring about lower grocery prices and, as you noted, bring manufacturing to Michigan and get those plants fired up. one thing that will go a long ways is to continue to deregulate the auto market, as the Department of Transportation has done under his leadership, loosening some of the CAFE standards. That has unleashed some more innovation, but that does take time because factories need to retool away from the Biden electric vehicle mandates. And so that does take some time. And for Republicans in the state of Michigan, we're hoping to see those results sooner rather than later, as these midterms are right on our doorstep.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, interesting that you're a Michigan resident. I know that primary is also really heating up, so we'll be discussing that a little bit later here on the program, but curious to hear your thoughts when you come back. Mark and Jeff, thank you very much for coming on today.